Hi, my name is Kara Swaler, and I just wanted to talk about the coronavirus and also some insights I have and my hopes for what this time should be used for right now. I don't have any makeup on, and that doesn't really matter because, in the end of the day, we were made to not wear makeup. We were made to just be ourselves and be true and be our spiritual essence. And I know I'm going to get some people here who don't believe in spirituality, and I'm not going to force anybody to believe in, spirituality, and I respect that people have various cultures and religions that they want to adhere to, and I'm not here to, press anybody. Um, so I'm writing a book aimed towards societal change. I'm 20. I don't really believe in legal age that much, other than a few things that come down to safety, like, substances that, can harm somebody who doesn't have a developed brain or body, and also, things like sex that, somebody's not prepared to have. There are some things that, matter for that. But I first of all want to say that even if you're a minor, even if you're elderly, you're more vulnerable to the coronavirus if you're older. But if you're healthy and you're in a place to help our world right now, I really want you to think about that and take action on ways to better our society. And this is just so much to get into. I was not expecting to, talk about all this right now, but there's not a better time to talk about what needs changing in our world. I know I look gross right now. I shouldn't be saying that. That's not setting a good example. But we, as a society, really need to think about how our government is affecting our world around us right now. I tend to see the bigger picture of things, and I just can't help but see that our government is responsible for a lot of the crisis that you see right now in our world going on with the whole financial, situation. I don't have a job because I don't really like psychiatric labels that much. I post about it a lot on Quora because I tend to share my personal experiences, and people are not fluent in spiritual language yet. Our society hasn't become at a zenith in that level yet. But to make things abbreviated for you, I have PTSD amidst other things that psychology, pens. I if I personally believe that everybody needs to be entitled to things that are going to be free to things that you need to survive. Like, I don't believe people should have to pay to have a roof over their head. I don't believe that you should have to pay for food and water. And that's just my belief. I know that this is gonna make me really emotional. I know that some people like money, and I realized that money is necessary when I started, having my insights into things. I realized that, money needs to exist so people know who gets what and who we need a form of currency to live, but people should not have to fight to live. It really breaks my heart that we have to put one another through this. It makes me really emotional. We shouldn't have to fight to live. When I go to Whole Foods, I see all those shelves empty like that. This is not who we were made to be. Everybody should have a roof over their head. Everybody should have health care. Everybody everybody needs to have what they need to live and have their mission fulfilled on this earth so that they can do that. And if our government allowed us to have that, people wouldn't be losing their jobs, people wouldn't be as stressed over that, people wouldn't have, heart attacks over these types of things, and migraines, and all these stomach issues, depression and anxiety. It's evil. It's a very evil thing. There are many evil things in this world, and money is one of the biggest ones, and it's how it's used. It brings out the negative energy in humanity that pre-exists in us all. And, prisoners are being released, and I understand how scary that is. I myself, my father, he's a great man. He also abused me as a child, and he has his own issues, but he does and did love me. He has always loved me. But I understand that people are going to be afraid of that. But at the end of the day, our government is at fault for not preparing, people who are in prison and who have committed crimes. They're not giving them a chance to be good people. And I'm shaking so much. And that matters because in situations like this, they run out of room in prison. They have to start releasing people. And now you're releasing people on the street who haven't learned how to be good people. So that is another fault of our government. We can't just, it's our selfishness. I experience this myself. I have PTSD, as I told you, and our emotions get the best of us, and we want justice, but we have a twisted sense of justice as human beings on this earth, and that's not how you were made to be. I really do understand. I really do. And I actually had a sexual assault happen to me earlier this month. It was actually February 29th, but it hasn't been a month yet. And my sister also got assaulted. And, I can't really do much. I had the sexual abuse advocate call me like a few days ago, but I can't even meet her because of the coronavirus outbreak. It's a nightmare, this outbreak, and we need to, as a society, learn from this and what is happening in our world right now, with all this crisis happening and all this stress. We need to change it. Our society is going to continue to fail you, me, everybody, unless it's changed. And I really did not want to speak out about this until I wrote my book, but my heart is genuine. I want to live in a world that is heaven on earth. I want to live in a world where humans are supposed to be who they are. I don't want to see people like this. We need to do something. I'm sorry. But we can't just accept this how it is. We need to take action and change. And I want to empower you to really speak up about this. And I want you to really think about this and how our government, the people ruling and who are supposed to watch over humanity, are failing us all right now. I mean, of course, they're taking measures to get the virus contained, but think about money. Think about how the justice system is failing, and now people are being released on the street, and that crime is going to plague our street. Rapes, murderers. That's going to happen a lot more if people who haven't learned how to be good people are on the street. And if our justice system taught people how to be better, then that wouldn't as much be a concern. And I just want people to start being aware of this and use this as a time to reflect, since many places are going to be quarantined, and you need to think about this. I cannot ask you any more than what I am now to really think about this. I don't want to advocate crime, but if it gets to a point where people start not being able to afford medical care, or people start not being able to have food, water, then we should not have to pay for that stuff. You don't have to. You did not decide to be born into this society. Since the day you were born, you were roped into it. This is not who we were made to be. This is not who you were made to be. You were not made to be abused by this world. You were not made to have to deal with all this. You need to help stop this. A lot of tragedies that are happening in our world right now would not be if our society changed. Even in the coronavirus, a lot of what's happening would not be happening right now if our society, if we had the people overseeing humanity who actually cared about humanity, we wouldn't be in this position as much. And I just really, really, really want you to think about that right now. I don't have much else to say. I don't want to leave comments or likes on because I don't really care about that, and I don't want to deal with a lot of negativity, and I already deal with enough of that in my life, so I'm gonna find a way to not enable that. And I'm already have a lot of hate on Quora, so I'm just gonna try to disable the comments and likes. But I just really, really hope that you start thinking about this. This is a very serious matter, and I really, really hope that you think about this.